The Niners just lost Qwuantrezz Knight to the Cardinals. He's been on the practice squad for about a year and a half. He went to UCLA. I like him. Everyone calls him Q. He's got a lot of personality, and I think he's a good player. Now he's on the 53-man roster with the Cardinals. Before he got signed, I was doing a show with Ryan Hensley, and we were both saying, like, geez, be nice if they called up Qwuantrezz Knight, because I don't have a lot of confidence in Isaiah Aller, and boom, he's gone. This feels like another missed opportunity. Like, he should have been on the team. You could argue in camp that he was better than Isaiah Oliver.
I thought he was. Yeah. And also he's versatile. He can play free safety. He can play slot corner. He can play outside corner. I was shocked when they promoted Trace Swilling to the roster this last week instead of Qwuantrezz.
Yeah.
I thought that was very surprising. So, they looked really deep in training camp on the corner, like really deep. Yeah. Like, hey, they got 7 or 8 guys, and now they've lost a couple of those guys. So, this might be the area to watch for this year. Or maybe they have a belief, Grant, that Darrell Luter Jr. is going to come off that PUP list in a few weeks and that he's going to be really, really special. I mean, he is kind of their one ace in the hole. Not every team has a big, long-armed, big-bodied, starting caliber corner on the PUP list. They do, so maybe that impacted her thinking on this.
Perhaps. They have him and they have Sam Womack. The thing about Luter is it's sort of asking a lot for a rookie 5th-round pick or whatever he was, who missed all of training camp to step on the field and contribute on a team that's supposed to be going to the Super Bowl. They may not put him in that position. They're a little stodgy and conservative with rookies. The Womack I'm interested in. He's on IR. What did he injure? His knee?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Anyway, he'll be back probably in a couple of months. Can they, I mean, if they keep winning, they'll be fine, but eventually he might be the option to put out there instead of Ambry Thomas.
Well, I mean, I like Womack a lot. I think Womack's a starting caliber player, but was it a knee? I forget what it was. But he's on the IR, and probably they're thinking not going to be back. He's got an MCL injury, but he's not going to need surgery. So it's an MCL sprain of some kind, but he's not going to need surgery. They think he's going to be gone probably 6 weeks, maybe as many as 8 weeks. But I mean, I like Womack a lot. And they also have Shamar Jean-Charles, who they picked up from Green Bay. I think he's still on their practice squad. So they do have another guy there.
I don't understand why the Niners give away these corners. They gave away DJ Reed a few years ago. Now he's one of the better corners in the league. And they keep doing it. It's a really hard position to find, and it's really one of their weaker spots.
And, it's funny. And, if the Jets wind up being this nightmare team that they appear to be, DJ Reed might be a perfect target for them to trade for, at the end of October, when they get down to the trade deadline. A 4th-round pick for DJ Reed probably makes sense, or, something like that. Maybe a 3rd for DJ Reed, because he's really solid, and he's feisty, he's aggressive, he can play 3-4 spots. He's got a little bit of the Jimmy Ward in him too, in that he's one of those tone-setting guys.
That being said, I'm starting to really, 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 really like Deommodore Lenoir. I feel like they should just leave him alone on the outside, stop moving him around, because when he plays outside corner, it seems like he makes plays.
I thought he had the best coverage all day in the second half on Nakua on the ball where he undercut the route. Yeah, I mean, Lenoir plays with alone on the outside. Confidence.
Get a nickel. Leave him alone on the outside. Just get a freaking nickel who can compete with Isaiah Oliver. It should have been Jimmy Ward. They could have afforded him. They have $41 million in cap space now. They should have brought back Jimmy Ward. That was such a mistake.
That was. But Houston's another team. They're thinking long term. They're they're not thinking short term. If you really get into a pinch, you probably could trade for Jimmy Ward. And they may.
That would be really funny. Please do. Joey Mellons says, Grant, world famous Hot Boys is the most consistent fried chicken sando place I found in Oakland. I don't think it's the best though. Where do I find a good chicken sando? Cowbird, made by the same dude who has the barbecue place. What's the barbecue place in Oakland that I forgot? That's in West Oakland. Horn Barbecue, which is just the best barbecue in probably the West Coast. He made a fried chicken spot. They make regular fried chicken sandwiches, hot fried chicken sandwiches like the Nashville style, and they also make one with like honey. which I haven't had yet, but that seems to be a popular one. So shout out to them. Jay Garza, member for 21 months. That's a long time. Thank you, Jay. Jay Garza. The obvious roster mistakes before and after the draft, before and after cuts are piling up. Hope it doesn't burn this win now team. I know, like, we keep talking about issues they have and mistakes they've made, and yet what if they won like 12 regular season games in a row? Is it 12?
I think it's 12. Yeah,
it's 12.
It's remarkable. They're playing really well. I mean, they're finding a way to win games. They're finding a way to win games, and it's not, you can't say, well, they just played this team. No, because they beat Dallas in the playoffs. They beat Seattle in the playoffs for a third time in 1 year. Who knows what would have happened in Philly? But yeah, outside of the Philly game, they've beaten everybody. They're one of the better teams in pro football. There's no doubt in my mind.
No doubt.